guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pashvika. Welcome to Globo Arte Magazine page channel where we make content for artists and creative entrepreneur. In today's video guys, we're going to be talking about how to get an approval on Creative Market. Because guys, if you know that I've been making Creative Fabrica videos a lot on my channel. In fact, I have a complete playlist about the Creative Fabrica. I'm going to leave them in the card section above if you want to check it out. Creative Fabrica is kind of like a similar to Creative Market, and some people get an approval by watching my video on Creative Fabrica. Now they are looking forward to get an approval on Creative Market as well to actually make more money and to utilize all the opportunities that we have as an artist, as a designer. So this was the comment I got, how to get an approval. So I'm going to be talking about some ways to get an approval, some tips so that it can help you get an approval in Creative Market. So let's dive in. Before we go, consider clicking the like button guys, really appreciate that. If you want more such video, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon because we upload daily videos. And when we do so, you'll be get notified about it. Also, we have the bunch of the resources to help you make more money. The link is in the description box below, or simply head over to globocreative.com, check out the freebie section, download it. Also guys, soon we are going to start with exclusive email newsletter to help you make more money. The link is in the description box below. You can subscribe to it. It's 100% free. Right now it's on waitlist. Once we get started with that, we will going to send you each and every week content regarding making money online and so much more. Consider subscribing. The link is in the description box below. Let's talk about the Creative Market. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what Creative Market is kind of like similar to the Creative Fabrica. It started much earlier before the Creative Fabrica, and where you can sell the graphics, the fonts, the cool KDP interior as well. Of course, some people do sell that as well. You could also sell the product mockups, the Photoshop textures, patterns, a lot of the designing stuffs you could sell. Some people also sell the themes on that, 3D photographs as well, and a lot more things you could sell on the Creative Market. It's similar to the Creative Fabrica. Now, I have made a bunch of the videos talking about the Creative Fabrica. Now, after making those videos, some people got the approval from watching those videos on the Creative Fabrica, and I'm so happy for that. And also now they are looking forward to actually get an approval on Creative Market, because Creative Market is again a bigger market than Creative Fabrica. Creative Fabrica is a little bit new and Creative Market is old one. And so if you are getting an approval already in Creative Fabrica and you are looking forward to get an approval on Creative Market as well, they will really going to help you a lot. Now personally guys, I'm not selling on the Creative Market. I think I applied once on the Creative Market. I didn't get an approval because of my portfolio at that time. I think I applied one or 2 years back with the Creative Market, and at that time I wasn't selling on the Creative Fabrica. Like, I started selling on the Creative Fabrica back in the June and July of 2020. So I think I applied back in the 2019 on the Creative Market, and I didn't get an approval because I wasn't having a good portfolio, and my portfolio wasn't ready. I just gave it a try because I wanted to give it a try, so that's why I did give it a try. My portfolio wasn't ready. It wasn't looking professional as Creative Market was expecting to be. So that's why I didn't get an approval. But after that, I really didn't give it a second try to actually look on Creative Market. I didn't give it a try because I give it a try on other platforms, and other platforms I get an approval like the Creative Fabrica, and I also get an approval on the My Fonts. Because I do make fonts as well and I sell the fonts as well, so I get an approval on My Fonts as well and other platform as well. So after that, I never tried the Creative Market. But I have some tips with you guys which have been working well for some of my friends, because some of my friends are selling on the Creative Market. They get an approval on the Creative Market. They also sell on the Creative Fabrica, and they also sell on the Creative Market. So they get the approval and they share some tips with me, so I can share some tips with you guys from the people who actually get an approval on the Creative Market. So my friends get an approval. I didn't give it a second try. I could, but I didn't. But still, I'm going to share these tips with you guys. Hopefully it will going to help you. Now, first of all, if you don't know how to get an approval, you just very well need to go to the Creative Market website. And after landing onto the website, you're going to get option over there to open up a shop. When you're going to click over that, it will going to ask you your name and why you want to open the shop on Creative Market, your portfolio link and all the links regarding your portfolio, or shop link, or any link, or even the link of your website where you are selling currently or where you have your portfolio, so that they can see what kind of work you are making and they see whether that kind of work is actually relatable to the platform or not. Also guys, one thing I'm going to talk to you that is a little sneaky tactic you could apply. Now, if you know guys, Etsy is much bigger than the creative market, and creative market is kind of like a competing with the Etsy, especially in the digital product based business, because creative market is all about the digital product. You are downloading the cool graphics, the cool fonts, the cool printables, and all those cool mock-ups and all. And Etsy also has such products on their marketplace. Although Etsy is more famous for the handmade products, people do sell the handmade products more, but apart from the physical product, they have the digital product as well. So creative market is kind of like competing with the Etsy, because Etsy has more monthly visitors, it has more sales, it has more people selling on their marketplace than the creative market. So it's kind of like competing with that. So if you have currently the shop on the Etsy, then you are really in a good shape to get an approval onto the creative market. For example, if you're currently selling on Etsy and you are selling the graphics, for example, and you have built a portfolio or kind of like a good shop on the Etsy, and you know that on the Etsy, when you land on a shop, you can see how many sales that shop has made, their reviews and their product favorites and followers and all those kind of stuff. You can see it's everything is there on the Etsy, and you can very well watch it. So on the Etsy and you're selling the graphics, you are getting the sales, you're getting the reviews, then you can use that Etsy shop link to get an approval onto the creative market, because the creative market is kind of like competing with the Etsy. Etsy is a bigger than creative market, so they are competing with that. And if you're selling on the Etsy and you're having a good reviews, you're getting the sales, you are having the product favorites and all those, you could very well use your Etsy shop link to get an approval onto the creative market. Many people did that and they get an approval because they are looking forward to the sellers who are actually selling on some platforms which are kind of like competing with the creative market, because they want that people come on their marketplace to buy all the digital product, all the graphics, all the fonts. They want to be a number one in that area. So that's why they are competing with the Etsy, because Etsy is a bigger than creative market. So if they see that you are a seller on the Etsy and you're getting your product sales, your reviews and your favorites, and your product matches, your design product matches with their platform, then they are more likely to get you an approval on the creative market, because they also want you to sell on the creative market, so that the creative market also rises up and it became comparable to the Etsy one day. So that is a big sneaky tactic. If you are not having a shop on the Etsy and you're looking forward to get an approval onto the creative market, then I would highly recommend you to open up an Etsy shop, get some product reviews, get some sales here and there, and build your product portfolio on the Etsy, have a good shop, and then actually share the link of your Etsy shop onto the creative market. While getting an approval, you're going to get highly likely chances to get an approval onto the creative market. Another tip I have for you guys, if you're having an Envato profile. Now, for those of you guys who don't know about the Envato is the biggest marketplace. I think it's much older than the creative market as well, where the people can buy the cool graphics, the fonts, the themes, WordPress themes. There is so much more onto the Envato, not just about the graphics or the fonts. They have the separate section like the graphic river. They have the section as a graphic river where people can purchase the graphics. They also have the theme forest where people can purchase the WordPress theme or different kind of themes. They also have the code canyon when people can purchase the applications or the softwares or the codes or something like that. They also have the Placeit where people can actually use the mock-up. They can download it for the print on demand. So Envato is the bigger company than the creative market. If you're selling on the Envato, you can also use that Envato shop link to get an approval onto the creative market, because Envato is a bigger place than creative market. And also on the Envato, you are getting the thing that how many sales you made, your product reviews, your product favorites are also there in public. People can view that. So if you are having a shop and you're making a sales and product reviews and kind of like all those stuffs on the Envato market as well, be it a graphic river, theme forest, whatever it is, and you're making sales on that, then you could use that shop link to actually get an approval onto the creative market, because that will going to work is that your work is selling somewhere in the online space and people are using it. They are giving you the good reviews and applying for to getting an approval. If you are using the shop link of your website or any shop that you have on the Etsy, Amazon, Envato, Creative Market, Creative Fabrica, any link you are using, and you are using that link to actually get an approval on some third-party website, then you will likely to get an approval because they are going to see that your work is selling on that particular platform, and you're getting the sales as well, you're getting the good reviews as well, you're getting the favorites as well, followers as well. So that means your product is more likely to be get sold on their marketplace as well, and product has a demand. People want that product, so it is a more likely chances to get an approval on creative market. The same thing you could apply with the creative fabrica as well. Like if you're looking forward to getting an approval on creative fabrica and you're not getting it and you're selling on the Etsy, then use your Etsy shop link to get an approval on creative fabrica, because they're going to see, oh, this person is creating the designs or products or whatever the designs they're creating are selling so well on other platforms. They are getting the good reviews, favorites, good sales. That shows that your product is amazing and it could get sales, or it could get amazing sales on their marketplace as well. So it would likely going to increase your chances to get an approval on that website. So same thing applies for any platform wherever you are looking forward to get an approval, maybe a design bundles, a font bundles, or my fonts or something like that. Last tip that I have for you guys, if you are having a Dribble portfolio or Behance portfolio, use that as well to actually get an approval on creative market. Because if you go into the creative market, just scroll down, you're going to see at the bottom of their homepage there is a Dribble portfolio is written, and people who are actually having a portfolio or design portfolio on the Dribble are using their Dribble portfolio as a thing to get an approval on the creative market. You could also make a portfolio on Dribble. It's free to get started with that. Later on, if you want to go with the premium plan, then you could actually purchase it. But you could start with a free plan. You could make a good, amazing portfolio on a Dribble and use that to actually get an approval on creative market. You could also use a Behance portfolio, and you could do to get an approval on that. Hopefully you find today's video useful. Do let me know in the comment section below, are you currently selling on the creative market, or are you looking forward to get an approval on creative market or not? I would really love to hear from you in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you for the next time. Take care. Bye guys.